Thanks for joining us. Dad, what are we looking at today?
A lot of little things we got to do. Little odds and ends. We're about done with the mechanical stuff, but we're getting really close. And then we have to do some. I don't know if you remember, the roof is kind of screwed up on this thing, so we're getting real close to working on the roof.
Stay tuned.
We have the bearing, and we get a little bite with each one. And we're looking for the grease to come out on the back side. See? Watch. Pretty soon it'll come out. You see the grease coming out?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we want. So we'll turn it a little bit, and we'll start all over.
Both blinking again. Alright, what happened, Dad?
The socket's not grounded to the chassis, and if it's not, that's what happens. It's real dim, and we're on the left turn, and the right turn signal is also blinking.
Both of them are blinking dim.
And the minute I go in here and ground this,
Woo!
it starts working. So we know what's wrong with it. Now we gotta fix it. See how it's just going back and forth there?
Okay, press the button on the. Let go.
Oh, it stopped working.
No, it's supposed to.
Oh, good.
Now you gotta push the
Oh,
button.
because it's for the washer.
Yeah. Wash, and it'll stop.
Alright, what happened here, Pa?
Well, this is our new wiper motor with a new plunger windshield washer assembly. This has got, the motor itself has got a switch inside of it that's called a park switch, that when you shut the wipers off, it'll keep running the motor until the wipers get to the down position, and then it'll shut off. So that switch in our old motor was bad. We've got the old motor laying right here.
Most of it, except for the
Yeah,
part
and this is actually the switch, and I straightened it out. There's a cam that runs in here, right here, and it's got a little notch on it that every time it gets to here, it pushes this back, and it breaks the ground, shuts the motor off. So this was bad, so they cut the wiring going to here, this yellow wire, they cut it and put a separate switch so they could turn the wipers on and off, because this was not parking them, and if they don't park, they don't shut off.
I know you were doing a lot of work down here. What did you find?
Well, we had an issue with this fuse panel. This is the fuse panel out of here, okay? And this fuse right here is the brake fuse, brake light fuse, okay? Although I cleaned up these contacts, they're all cleaned up. But if you look at these up here, you'll see how rusty they are. Well, the problem was I would go down and we couldn't get any brake lights. So I'd check the brake lights and I'd have 12 volts at the switch, but when I put the brakes on, the voltage would disappear to 0. And that was because we weren't getting any electricity across this fuse because of these contacts were so filthy and dirty. And I tried cleaning them, it was just a real problem. And then I looked at these up here and I said, you know, this is just going to be an issue down the road. So I cut this whole thing out, and I bought a new fuse panel online for about, I think it was about 20 bucks or something. Now we have the new push-in fuses. All this behind here, the wiring and the contacts are all new, and the brake lights work like they should.
Excellent. All right, Dad, let's hear that horn.
How's that?
Pretty good. How did you get that to work?
Well, we've got a set of air horns mounted in the front on the forward of the belly pan. And you can, if you look down here, you can see there's a bolt and a hose.
Oh, yeah.
The bolt is holding the horn on the other side of that panel. And the hose goes up to an air compressor that's mounted right there.
Ah.
And that's what gives us the beat.
Good
It
stuff.
makes air, compresses that air, and blows it in there, and makes the horn work. So we got the horn working.
Everyone's gonna hear me coming.
That's it.